Sometimes a company tells you they want one thing, but they need something entirely different. For example, they want a training program, but what they really need is a global consultant. This is what I encountered when I was hired to assist a company. They were having problems understanding their German teams. Both sides were complaining about the same things. There was a lot of confusion. Relationships were getting damaged, and the workflow was at a near halt. After careful observations, it was determined that the employees of this company did not need training. They were quite savvy on cultural intelligence. Instead, they needed to explore beliefs and practices. The Americans would say the Germans were rude, bossy, inflexible, and difficult to get along with. The Germans would complain that the Americans were sloppy, childish, too sensitive, and ego-driven. Both sides were frustrated. So what were the beliefs held by both sides that was causing the company such great pain? Americans value freedom and the ability to be themselves. The reason Americans have unconscious desire for social acceptance is not to feed their egos or to be part of the herd, but because they want to feel that they are free to be themselves. Germans have a strong desire for certainty, clarity, and value this much more than freedom. One area where there was a lot of misunderstanding was in the feedback process. The American communication style is friendly and accepting. Americans show acceptance by taking the time to consider feelings before giving any negative feedback. Americans communicate negative feedback, but they do it in a way that lets the other person know it's not personal and that they will still be liked and accepted. The German communication style conveys certainty and clarity. Germans come right out and say what they don't like. They keep things clear and certain. They're not subtle. Imagine you're in a supermarket with a friend, and your friend's 2-year-old is misbehaving, but your friend isn't doing anything about it. If you're an American, you might say, "You have such a great kid. He has so much energy and enthusiasm. I wonder, do you think it might be a good idea to set a little boundaries with him?" If you're a German, you might say, "If you don't discipline your child, he's going to grow up to be a criminal. Now that's certainty." It doesn't mean you are not liked by the German. He still likes you. It's just that they communicate in an orderly and clear fashion. Let me give you another example. If a German counterpart on the other end of the phone isn't happy with what you're doing or saying, you're likely to get a criticism that will seem to you, the American, as being heavy-handed, blunt, and so tactless that it feels downright rude. However, the German is just giving you constructive criticism in the style in which they prefer to receive it. In this company, people were operating from the precept that Germans and Americans are both direct when speaking. Both sides blamed the other for rudeness because both sides thought they were communicating exactly alike. This perception was completely wrong. Both cultures can be direct, but in slightly different ways. Training would not have solved this problem. It was not a training issue. It was a perception challenge.